Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the pitch side end of season 1. Myself and Lewis Bowden are in fantastic. Well, you're in a silk shirt.
Sorry.
It's nice.
No, I'll come on to you two.
I got a bow tie.
Don't punch me in the... I'm in your side. We're in a good mood.
Are you in a good mood?
I bought him that.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, because you look like you're just from the in-betweeners.
No, I'm a...
You
don't-
combed
Ladbrokes
combed his hair over.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You combed your hair.
What?
You've looked like you've
Have
combed...
you?
No, it looks like you've combed your hair for today.
Combed it.
I had a shower,
He
slicked
combed it with a...
I just slipped it back.
With your brill cream.
Just
Your hair.
You're wearing a black
Sorry,
shirt. For one. You look like a weird magician.
I'm in about...
You look mental.
No.
But you can't see on the screen. Luge is wearing a silk shirt.
It's a bigger kid.
What you did just then, you cut off Reeve getting triggered. I rattled him and you cut him off.
Rattled?
He was coming after my hair.
Can I put £10 on a horse? So they're 10, 15 at the back of them.
Oh, go on. Anyways,
Now what?
I'm dressed as Draco Malfoy.
I don't get
Dressed
it.
as?
Did he ever wear a black shirt?
Yes.
No, they all wore white
No,
shirts.
he wore a black shirt in
Not with a tie, though.
Yes,
You
he
mixed
did.
up two of his
Yes, he did.
outfits.
In the room, in the room of in that room full of loads
He
of
didn't
shit.
have a tie
When
on.
him and Harry had a little battle on their broomsticks and there was fire and everything.
He didn't have a tie
Yeah, I don't
on.
think he had a tie.
I think that was a
The tie was
porno.
only
You
with
a
He just
turtleneck.
had black drip.
No,
Black
it was
drip.
a white turtleneck.
Pep Guardiola.
That's
I'm
Steve
sure at some
Jobs.
point in his life, off camera, he wore a black shirt and a tie.
Off camera.
Anyways, guys, this is the greatest episode of the year because we get to look back at a few things when it comes to best and worst takes. And when it comes to that, I've done my research.
One outweighs the other.
I've done my research
There's some good ones.
on a certain member of the cast today.
Oh no, I'm so worried.
That is kind of actually...
Is that what you were 20 minutes late?
I think he may be betting someone
Figured.
else out there. He's just staring at you
I
endlessly.
don't really know.
I've got a great one for that, but we'll get onto that at the
I'm
end,
sure we've all
probably.
got great ones. What are we going to do first?
We're going to start off with Player of the Season.
the Player of the Season award.
And how this works, we will each nominate 3 players or subjects, and we will then
Jax.
we will then
Fucking hell, mate.
ask
thing.
ask the audience who you lot think should win.
No. We come to an agreement what we think is the best one.
No. We have 3 nominations. We all pick one from ours, and it goes on a poll on Twitter.
Oh,
But
don't
then-
let those
okay, yeah.
idiots pick.
Yeah.
So we have 3 nominations each. We'll pick one to put forward to you,
That was it,
and then
yeah.
you have the choice of 4
Well done, mate. You're
on
doing well.
Pitchside Tweets.
I wonder who's going to win this award. Well,
Is it a colour thing? Right, I mean...
Tom Garratt goes first.
You start.
Okay, I'll go first. My 3 nominees for Player of the Season are Mbeumo,
Oh. Sorry. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm just getting ready for later on.
Isaac,
Oh.
Whoa.
and Mohamed Salah.
Oh my god.
What?
I actually think that's a bit of a stinky wink.
That's very different to mine.
Isaac.
Yeah.
Go on, Luke.
Fair enough.
I have Salah,
Yep.
Whoa.
Rogue.
Tenali, and Rice.
All right. I have.
What's the problem?
we could dissect after we've all said our things. though, can't we?
Rice?
Yeah, that's
Rice
crazy.
has had a big season.
No, he's had a
He
big-
scored in the quarterfinal.
He's been Arsenal's best player,
That's not the-
and they
for the
did finish second.
for the last
He's
4
been great this
Is
season.
this not a Premier League award?
Yeah,
No, it's the award.
No, it's the
end of
season
award.
season
It comes
award.
into everything.
Everything.
He's had a big season. He's been one of the most clutch
Would you say
players.
Mbeumo's been better though?
Mbeumo's up there, but
You
like
think he's been the best midfielder this season?
if I'm on
other than
about
Tonali?
if I'm on about who's the best player this season,
He hasn't been better than Caicedo, I don't think.
I think
Or
he has,
McAllister.
actually.
Yeah,
McAllister.
he's
Been better
yeah,
than Caicedo.
Gravenberch, possibly.
Not
both them
Gravenberch,
were in my
no.
thinking, but for me, Rice gets it. He scored in the quarterfinal in their cup final.
Two goals.
I don't get what you're doing right now.
They did.
I
No,
don't-
I'm not even joking. Like jokes aside,
trying to mitigate all the hate that you said about Arsenal.
no jokes
isn't
aside.
it?
He is. My criticism of users normally you have no balls, but
He's
he
a
has
great-
balls.
he's a great
Yeah,
player,
he's
but
been
I
great.
just don't think he's been
to be
top
fair to
three.
Lewis, he's
been
been,
very good.
he's been
Yeah.
Arsenal's best player, and we did finish second.
I think he rose up.
And obviously
for
we
them
won the
this
Do you
Rangers
think he's been your
trophy.
best player this year?
I think he
yes,
has.
yeah.
I think he's shown some major cornies.
You don't think he's been Arsenal's best player?
I don't know.
I think Saliba's
Saka's been out for a bit.
I think Gabriel's been your best player this season.
but
Rice has been there the
without
whole
being-
season. He's
Yeah, I mean-
been a clutch player. when
I
we
mean,
needed
In
him.
the eight, he's been our best player. Absolutely.
Yeah, go on.
My 3 are Salah,
Whoa,
Mbeumo,
whoa,
and very obviously Virgil van Dijk.
I've got the same 3
There you go.
Boo.
As me or as them?
as you.
Okay,
I thought Theo was going to say the same, but
Yeah.
Interesting.
I can't believe VVD's not been. You banged on about
Well,
how
the-
good he was.
who?
Nah, boring, innit?
Who?
Virgil.
Oh, I mean,
I think
yeah.
player of the season has to be an attacker.
It doesn't have to be, does it?
In my opinion, it does.
You're normally on that side. Like you're like, oh, if a defender wins a Ballon d'Or, I'm gonna fucking quit football.
If a centre back wins player of the
been.
season, it's cringe.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, I think we know
it's
who's going to win,
sad
but he should have
indictment,
been
I think, yeah.
nominated.
Yeah.
Well, who are each of us putting forward then?
I'm going to put forward Mbuemo.
Oh, nice.
I'll put forward Tonali.
Oh, because I don't know what I can't say it because he's not going to say it.
Whatever you say, I'll say the other one.
Oh, of course, yeah. We've got the same team.
Yeah.
I'll go Mohamed Salah.
And then, yeah, Van Dijk then.
So, well, there you are, your nominations.
If
And
we
then-
had to choose one, who would we pick, guys?
Obviously
It's
Salah.
Salah, isn't
It
it?
has to be Salah. If Salah doesn't win this ball, it's mental.
Yeah.
Do you not think his drop off in the last 10 games really shows testament that he just wanted a new contract?
It didn't really matter though,
But
did it? The
yeah.
league was won.
Yeah, I think.
They were out. All the cups were done, and they had nothing to play for.
You could argue that they bottled the rest of the season.
What did they
I
bottle?
don't know.
When you
Outside
say
the
you could
Premier
argue, is that you arguing it?
Yeah.
Like you need to stand
Could you
by
say
it.
this? You go, oh no, it's not me.
That's what I mean.
devil's advocate.
You have
I
to,
am
you have
playing
to
devil's
stand by it.
advocate.
So what do
are
you believe?
Arguing it.
I believe his drop off for the last 10 or so games of
when
the
they'd
season.
already won the league.
Yeah, but
Is it 10?
It-
Can I just double check that?
I think it was about 10 games, wasn't it? It's roughly.
No, I'm
He
only-
wasn't great
'cause he
towards
scored
the
in
end
the
of the season,
final
no,
days.
but-
And
But like, what's he
also
going to do next? What level is he going to be at next season?
In your
He's got his
defense-
contract now.
In your defense as well, in the cup final when it was very important, he was
Yeah,
nowhere
yeah,
there
10.
as well.
He's still been the best player in the league, I know.
Yeah, he
Oh,
has.
100%.
Manager's an interesting one. Do you think there's two shouts?
we have
I think
three.
I think
We have
Mine-
three
I know-
suggestions.
mine-
I've got three
obvious.
suggestions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gone Glasner, Nuno, and Slot.
Same three. Same three.
I wouldn't even have I'd have Eddie Howe over Nuno.
Oh, I don't know about.
Well, for expectations, though.
They've spent loads of money. They should be in the top 10.
I go Slot
They got
Howe.
Europe.
It's not just top 10; it's top 6.
But over the seat, I know obviously like towards the end, and we'll probably come on to the fact that you and
Man United spent loads of money,
But,
and they're 15th.
Yeah,
But
no.
like they were in and around suggestions for like 16th, and they finished in Europa.
Like they
League.
just missed
no,
out on
they-
Champions
they-
League football, Tom.
They didn't just miss out, did they? I've had a.
Yeah, they did.
In my
Quite
opinion, it's
literally
not
the team.
as my third one between Howe and Nuno, but I just think Nuno.
What's
for,
the people's nomination? Sorry, what's yours?
Glasner, Nuno, and Slot.
Yeah, Slot, Glasner, and Nuno.
I'm going Slot Howe.
They literally missed
Big
out on
hands.
Champions League football by 1 point. I'd
Just
say
have
that's
his
pretty
name
close.
in there. Just
No,
have his
man.
name in there.
I actually don't mind it.
Mate, again, we're
He's
gonna have.
just
I
said
don't
Ange.
want to have the same argument over again. We can gloss over it, but we know why.
For fast hand.
That's unreal, by the way. I've never seen anything like it.
Um,
Also, we just glossing over the fact that Tom said Forest didn't actually just miss out on Champions
They were
League
10
football.
points clear, and March.
missed out
and
by
they bottled
1 point.
It. They bottled it big time.
They pissed me off, Forest, because they've allowed him to be right. Like with the defence that we give Forest, and the fact
But
they
do you not
bottled
think the
really
manager
irritates
deserves
me.
Yeah, I agree.
credit for the season.
No, they've had a good year.
Yeah, they've had a great
I am tongue in cheek. My nomination is Slot.
You have to name 3.
You gotta do-
Slot. It's Slot.
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
but you
well,
have
it
to name
will be.
3.
But we have to name 3
All right,
and then
Slot, Ange, and Howe.
Ange!
He said it as well.
Fucking Ange!
It's crazy.
I'm going to
man.
lose my skull!
That's
Are you
good. Thank
com- are
you.
you coming
Finally
back?
left.
Are you
Thank
coming
you.
back,
Hey,
Ollie?
we
Is
can
he-
crack on now.
Is he? Oh, he's going for a poo on the floor.
Pissed himself.
Yeah,
So you putting Slot forward?
Wait, so you honestly think
That's an
Ange
Ange, yeah.
has been a better manager this year
He's had a-
than Nuno?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's had a better season.
No, not even that. Glasner.
Eddie Howe,
Better than Glasner.
Glasner.
They've got Champions League football and won a major European
What
trophy.
more do you want from him? He did his job
Almost
exceptionally.
relegated. He did not do
Exceeded
his,
in
he
his
did not
job.
Yeah.
do his job exceptionally.
No one expected them to do both.
I don't understand why you like. It's really hard for you to process
well,
this.
I don't think
It's
we'll
really
ever
not
get
that
it
hard.
through
It
their
doesn't
brains.
matter. It doesn't matter the road you take.
It does
right?
matter.
Does it
It
really-
literally
really
does matter.
doesn't. It actually
It
really
does
doesn't.
matter how you
Why
get there.
achieve your
Why?
end result?
Because they're in 17th position. Do you think you can manage and suddenly switch it around next year just because you wanted a Europa
wouldn't
League?
think
Just
last
to,
year,
just,
so
to
maybe,
add,
yeah.
just to add to that, by the way, do you think a manager's done well if he's achieved the objectives and still under threat of being fired?
Hasn't he-
That's completely
No, it's
irrelevant.
not.
It is completely irrelevant because that's down to your owners.
No.
That's how the Tottenham have a new manager every season.
Clearly, the manager isn't viewed as good enough for the club if they're still going to
That's a
sack
different
him
argument.
after- No,
That's a
it's
different
such
argument.
someone else's
That's a different
opinion. If we stick
argument.
to
No,
the
it's not.
facts, if we
No,
stick
it's
to
not
the
because
facts, it is. That's
because
someone else's
he
opinion.
clearly can't manage both competitions. That's
Has
the point.
Ange
Do you
done
think
a better
Daniel Levy's
job?
made
Lewis,
great
has
choices
Ange
as
Do you know when you
managerial?
play? You know when
done
you
a better
play-
job than Eddie Howe this year?
I put them very close together.
when you play
I think it's
Football
hard
Manager-
to argue. He's won a European
You know when
trophy.
you play Football Manager or career mode, and then you go on a little cup run, and oh my god, everyone in your club's going, "Oh, congratulations, you've completed the objective. Well done, really done." And then you get sacked for coming nearly bottom of the league.
That's a game.
It's the same application.
It's the same real life, mate. What the fuck is that argument?
It's the same application.
Yeah, when you play FIFA on career mode,
you manage
you get sucked.
You manage the whole clubs, mate. That's the whole thing. You manage all the holistic parts of the objective.
Manager, I don't understand.
It's an analogy.
I don't understand what you're on about.
I'm glad we have worst take of the season.
Okay, do you know when you're doing your Ironman, right, Theo? If you what's your goal?
Finish it.
All right, and then have you got a time goal at all, or?
Yeah.
Let's say you finish it and beat your time goal by 10 minutes. Does it matter how you trained, how you did it, what you did in all your training, the months leading up to it, or does it matter your end result? What matters?
It's completely irrelevant.
Yes
I'm not in a race.
Yeah.
I'm not in a race to qualify for
race against yourself.
You're
Theo,
that's a very simple question. It's a very simple question, isn't it?
It's a very simple question because it's irrelevant.
Would it matter to you? Would it matter to you how you got to that end?
Yeah, it would matter.
Oh, he's just lying.
Of course it would matter.
No, how about this? Right, you reach your target, you finish the race.
It's so irrelevant.
Listen,
they're not.
You reach your target, you finish the race.
How is completing an Ironman?
And I'll tell you.
How is completing an Ironman?
Because you've got a goal
as the Premier League.
What if you finish last in the race, but you reach your target and your time, but you were last in the race? Does it matter?
You're last.
You come last in the Ironman, but you finish and you beat your goal time.
But you reach your time. But I won't though, because my goal time won't be last.
Oh, you just answered.
It's not comparable. It literally isnn't comparable.
It really is.
It's not comparable. You came fourth from last in the race, but you reached your own target.
All you're telling me now then is that how you get somewhere is irrelevant.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
No, it's not.
Can I ask a question?
Live your life like that.
Do you
can't live your life.
Do you think he's actually managed the season well? If you look on a game by game basis, he's a good manager.
He fucked off the league because he knew they weren't going to get anywhere in the league and they weren't going to get relegated.
I cannot believe.
And put all his eggs into the basket of the Europa League. And you know what? He fucking did it.
That's not management, that's gambling.
Let's not forget, they did have serious injury issues.
But he's managed it right. They fucked the league off and went all for the Europa League.
No, but
because they had nothing to play for in the league.
But the point is that's not good management.
Yes, it is because he's...
Oh my God.
What can't you understand about... They've exceeded their expectations this season. They've exceeded it.
He's going to get fired.
No, he's not.
He is getting fired.
Even if he does, that is irrelevant from
we're in a position.
If Di Matteo got fired after winning the Champions League, not everything's like...
So?
What the Tottenham owners want is completely irrelevant to what he's achieved this season.
But what about...
Which is him exceeding expectations.
We are in a world where you've just nominated Ange Postecoglou to be manager of the season.
We just nominated the guy who's got Champions League and won a European trophy as manager of the season. Yes, in normal world.
That's crazy.
Eddie Howe has done a better job this season. Glasner has done a better job this season.
Those are fair nominations.
Glasner, because he's fucking won the FA Cup and finished 12 and they finished 12 every year. Yeah, he's definitely done better.
He's in Europe, finished 12. Tottenham have finished 17th in Europe.
They're getting kicked out of Europe, actually.
Are they?
Yeah, because of affiliated club owners with Lyon, apparently.
It's not confirmed, though. It's literally not confirmed.
Just saying.
All right. Just saying.
Right,
Crystal Palace have had a better season.
Does it matter because Slot's the manager of the season?
No, I can't believe he's fucking Ange has been nominated. It's fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Actually, I think I'm going to put Ange forward.
Please vote for Ange. Please vote for Ange.
That is mental. Over Howe as well. You're doing it for Rattles, mate.
I'm not doing it for Rattles. Mate, I don't understand how.
No, delete that now.
See what we're saying.
No, we've agreed. It's Ange.
No, it's not because we've both voted for Slot.
I'll vote Slot.
No. This one goes to a 4-way vote on Twitter, so the listeners can decide.
Oh, so put one forward then.
I'll put Ange forward.
I'm losing the will to live.
Can you put Ange forward and I'll put Howe forward?
No, you said Ange.
Oh, come on.
No, you said Ange now. No, you said it. No, it's going to be Force, and then I think who you not putting forward? Glasner
and Nuno.
Glasner and Nuno.
Okay, both of them.
Galsner. He's a Galsner.
Yeah, so that'll be all. These will be on Twitter.
How is like you?
Theo, it's actually a bit frustrating. You don't really understand the
and you
point.
won't listen. Like the Ironman analogy is
It's actually a good analogy. It really is. It is, man.
You're fourth from last, but you reach your own goals.
It's not.
No, but
Ironman's not a competition for me. It's not a competition.
He's not listening.
It also isn't good management because he wasn't just sandbagging it towards the end of the season. He was getting beaten.
They were
basically
getting beaten at the start of the season, though, as
and
well.
Also,
so is that
they
good
had so
management?
many injury
You guys are
problems,
saying
mate.
the journey doesn't matter, it's only the
Arsenal have had most.
destination. How can you progress as a football club going forward if the journey and how you get there
How can they
is
progress?
shit?
By
Yeah.
getting
How
Champions
can you
League,
get
by
better?
getting a trophy,
No,
by
but
having all
Luke,
this
listen
new
to what I'm
income.
saying. Listen to what I'm saying. If you are shit and your journey
One
is
season.
shit, your journey is shit.
Yeah,
but you
it's
have a
one
great
season.
What
outcome.
about season before when they were 5th?
But look at next season.
Yes, so
we'll
exactly.
see, we'll see.
That's
So
not.
he finished 5th, and now he's got Champions League and a trophy.
No,
He finished 17th. He could easily go back up.
Genuinely, just to raise the point again, though, do you think he should be classified as a good manager if there's a genuine threat he gets fired from
Fantastic
from a year
manager.
of success?
He's clearly. He's no,
but that's-
oh my god,
He's a winner, man. He wins.
fantastic.
You know,
he wins.
everywhere he goes, he wins.
He wins.
He just wins.
How can you put down a manager who's done something that your club has never done in its history?
And it's hilarious
I'm not-
because he's
I'm
done
not-
it
I'm
at
s-
Spurs.
It blows my mind. And then
Spurs don't win anything.
It's like you're
No, I'm
looking
not-
down for him after you finished second every
I am
season.
not. I'm just saying I don't think he should be in the top 3 nominations for the season. I think that's mental.
He's in the top
I think
4.
it's absolutely fucking brilliant.
You don't know. You literally don't.
doing
think-
it for
three
free.
weeks.
You're doing it for
3
free.
weeks ago, he did not think this.
Do you know what?
Well, yeah,
Like-
because they
Because
hadn't
he
won
hadn't won
anything.
yet.
But 3 weeks ago,
Mate,
you were looking
it
at
was
the season.
either-
3
we
weeks
said
ago, you were looking
he
at
was
the
either
season
manager
using
of
your
the season-
fucking
he
brain.
was either manager of the season or the worst manager
Yeah,
of the season.
yeah.
That's
And
not
I tell you
how-
what, he took a huge gamble,
And
and,
it
you get a
worked.
huge reward.
Yeah.
It's either
Yeah.
it's all on him.
Bang on.
Win or lose.
Well done
Bang
for
on.
finishing 17th, Spurs.
Well done on
Manager of the season.
achievement.
Well
What-
done.
I love how Arsenal fans are so rattled by it.
Well
It's not.
done.
It's not. Anyone with a brain can just
Everyone
look
with
at
a brain
it and see he's
understands.
not deserving of being manager of the season.
Okay, do you,
everyone in Europe is
you know, you
wrong.
keep bringing up this 17th, right? Do you genuinely think Spurs, that's a true reflection of Spurs? You think they're the 4th worst team in the league? Watching all-
Yes, I do.
Okay,
because
fair enough.
over a 38 game, over a 38 game season, that gives a reflection how good.
What about
the
the
club is.
previous?
Okay.
38
No, but they have
game
been
seasons?
they've been shit even before the point that they were sandbagging it for Europa League.
Okay.
Yeah,
but they weren't the 4th worst team in the league, were they?
They
No,
fucking
I
are.
didn't-
They are. They
he's-
quite
he's
literally
saying that.
are.
I didn't say
They
that.
quite literally are.
Okay, fair
And
enough.
That's why
European
we have a
champions.
Premier League table.
I know, but that's why I was asking your opinion because it's all right just going, oh, well, they finished 17th, so they're 4th worst team. All
you
right,
know what?
but actually, with context, when you look at it, they've fucked off the Premier League since January because they've put everything into the Europa League. Let's just be honest and look at the context because they have. Similar to Man United as well. But let's not even discuss it and just go, well, they're definitely the 4th worst because that's what the table says.
We are discussing it.
No, okay, when you
we
predict-
literally had a
when
big
you- when you-
discussion
when
about
you
it.
predict next season's
It's like bringing
table-
up an Iron Man.
When you predict next season's
like, what the fuck?
That was
Like,
a
like, do you know what I mean? Like, what am I-
analogy. It was a valid analogy.
Theo, when you
I
predict,
brought up career mode.
by your logic, when you predict next season's table, you better be putting them 17th.
I fucking will.
Okay, you better. Well, we'll hold
You know
to
what?
that.
No, I'll put them 18th. They're getting relegated. How
There we
about
are,
that?
right? You better stick to it.
Can I ask you a
if that's what
question?
you're
Because
doing.
you don't back and forth over opinions either, do you?
Can I just ask you a quick question? Who do you think's been better this season, Ipswich or Leicester?
I would say Leicester.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
Even I know you don't.
You don't believe that. You're just saying that to
took
try
his
and
whole
prove
now,
yeah, you're a liar.
He took us all.
Hold that.